Good evening, everybody. And it is a very good evening because we are in it. Welcome to the John and Lillian Miles Lewis Foundation Inaugural Gala. I am so sincerely happy to be with you this evening as we honor the life's work of a civil rights giant. We also celebrate the Founding Legacy Project, established to propel his good works into the future. It is guided by truth, integrity, moral clarity. This foundation is committed to strengthening democracy through civic engagement, with a goal of amplifying the voices of rising generations. We all know John Lewis marched, stood up, spoke out, sat down, and used his entire being to effect the positive change he knew the world needed. Our good brother demonstrated every day of his life his core belief that everybody, regardless of circumstance, is entitled to live in dignity. He was a man of deep faith, and he taught us that faith is an action word. In this room, there are many who witnessed the dedication, the perseverance, the bravery, and the kindness he seemed to have in endless supply, and that he embodied each day of his remarkable life. Aren't we still inspired by him? Aren't we still? The congressman passing in July of 2020, before that he set out to establish this organization so that the generations coming up have a path to continue the march forward. He took the very deliberate step to name it the John and Lillian Miles Lewis Foundation. While John was the public-facing figure, Lillian Miles Lewis was the beating heart and the driving force behind his efforts. He knew there could be no foundation honoring him and continuing his legacy without her. Ms. Lillian was vital to his life, his work, and all that he achieved. And the name of this foundation is a declaration of her importance. They were a mighty partnership for the ages. A core belief held by the Lewises was the importance of partnerships. They knew that to forge any successful campaign with deep and lasting impact, they needed to align themselves with like-minded people across the spectrum of humanity. Their emphasis on partnerships is apparent in this room this evening. And the diverse coalition that has assembled here in support of this foundation is a hopeful sign of good trouble to come. And speaking of partnerships, yeah, get rowdy. Speaking of partnerships in times of trouble, please welcome to the stage Rabbi Levi Shem Tov, delivering this evening's invocation.